Alright, and so let's go ahead and give another shot here at a partitioning point. This one's going to be a little bit of a twist though, because you notice that we're not given a ratio of 1 to 3. We're given this number, 1/4 the distance from A to B. Anytime you're given the ratio, we add those together, right? We had a 1 to 3 ratio, and so we added those together to get 4 total parts. But when you have a fraction like this, if you remember in a fraction, the denominator is the total, right? If you have 1/4 of something, you have 1 out of 4 total parts. So when you're given the fraction, the denominator is the total number of parts. It can get a little tricky, I know. The denominator is the total number of parts. And so that's the only real difference here, is that we have a 1/4 that tells us there's 4 total parts. So now I'm going to go down to the line segment here. I'm going to draw my line over, and I'm going to draw my line up. And if I count over, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over. And if I count up, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice how that works out. And so, like I said before, we have 4 total parts for this one. So now we're going to do the exact same problem as before, but we're going to divide by 4. So I divide by 4, and that's going to give me my vertical scale, or vertical unit, or whatever you want to call it, of 2. And I'm going to take this one and divide by 4 as well. And that's also going to be 2. So now every time I go over 2, up 2, I just cut it into a part. So over 2, up 2 is right there. I'm going to go over 2, up 2, over 2, up 2, and go over 2, up 2. Oh, that's our point. Okay, we're good. Okay? So now it wants the point that's 1/4 of the distance. Well, now you can see here we have 1/4, 2/4, which is halfway, so hey, there's the midpoint. 3/4, 4/4. And so we just want the point that's 1/4 away, which would be this one right here. So our answer is this one, point P, which is at -4, -1. Alright, so there's our final answer to this problem. So just be careful. If it's a fraction, the denominator is your total number of parts. But in the previous problem, we added the ratio 1 to 2 to get our total number of parts. That's really the only difference. So if it's a fraction, use the denominator.